So this is our attempt at a dry run through for our play tomorrow. Yeah, so we're just going to get this started. Cue sound. Welcome to All the Days of the World of the Lives of All of Our Children. Today's episode, Love Machine. And then we'll have a black screen, so we should be able to not worry about the projector. If the projector is showing black, then we can just do our play with the lights on, and there should be no mix-up there. So the Maître D comes in and says his thing with Café Paradis. This is Pierre. Repairman comes in with the washing machine, which is going to be important because the washing machine is going to be reintroduced when it comes to the 2001 Space Odyssey song, so we're going to have to make sure we coordinate that properly. Okay, so the first prop part comes in with Elizabeth and the baby doll crawling in. After that is the next sound cue. And the repairman says, "The Sphinx in our Oedipal basement was my mother's maypole, the old Ocean IT-40. It sat there like a mystical monolith, an ivory soap tower. One block of some Tower of Babel, or is it Babel? Anyway, in our house." This will be louder. We'll have speakers to amplify this. Cue flashlights here. We gotta be going crazy, accentuating the crescendos of the song. Flashlights again. And stop. And we're just going to do that. We don't need to do the whole song, as it just takes too long and kind of draws it out more than it has to. So we're just going to do those two shots of that song. So then the washing line comes in, which again is Elizabeth. Washing line goes out. Mabel and Manny do their exchange, talking about handkerchiefs. Then the next part that's going to be really important is with regards to the funeral bell. So the repairman says, "Will BVDs do?" And the washing machine says, "You're so sweet." And she kisses her lips at him. The head takes the BVDs and goes back into the machine, and the lid closes. The repairman says to us, "I was awash in confused feelings, but I sensed that this machine and I were locked in permanent press. And if it was love, it was unclean." And then while this is playing, Tristan will say, "Mom died during a Soap Lake blizzard was buried the next day, on a day without blemish. A good send-off for someone who was believed that man was not only dust, but dusty. I remembered her last words. Ugh, oh, fe, puh." So that the bell will stop before the mother's voice. Then in comes Mabel again. Mabel and the repairman do their exchange. And the next big part is right when we do our changeover. And that's where the repairman and the friend have their conversation, and the friend says, "That's beautiful, but she's alienating my relatives, and she's blocking the condiments." And then Miranda will say, "Please stay tuned for the second half of all the days of the world of the lives of all of our children." And that'll give us a chance to do our changeover while this is happening right now. And then when the music's done, we should be able. The repairman comes back in again, along with the madman. The madman does his bit. And don't forget, madman, that you have to disappear behind the washing machine as crazy as possible. Make it dramatic. For the most part, that's it for special effects and props, with the exception of your own individual props. The only big part after that is at the very, very end. And what happens there is just for our added extra line we talked about. So the repairman and the Maître D and Mabel and the washing machine are all at the end there. And the repairman says to Mabel, handkerchief. And Maitre D says, no, Mabel, take mine. And then the washing machine says, no, Mabel, take ours. And Mabel says, wow. Then the repairman says, Pierre, I'll take that table for two now. And then this is where Sarah comes in on the microphone that Miranda was using before and says, next time on all the days of the world of the lives of all of our children, a blender enters the mix. And then Peter looks at the blender and goes, you. And then the maitre d' says, perhaps you would like to get loaded tonight? The loudspeaker voice says, stay tuned. And then this song is perfect because we can all get together at the front of the play after we do like a lights out or something like that. And then lights come back on, we do our bow, and we get our 10% because it was like the best play ever made. Alright folks, so hopefully this goes well. Hopefully I get us up tonight. Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. We'll rock this.